I love ranking things in a snake draft because it's so fun. Like, you might take one that I want.
I don't know what snake draft
So
means.
snake draft just means, like, if you're ranking your favorite colors and you're doing 5 rounds, then I would go first. So, and I say blue, and then it goes to you, and you get to pick twice. It's a snake. So it goes to you, and then it comes back to me.
Okay. You want to start out with a snake draft?
Yeah, what topic do you want to do?
Hey guys, welcome back to the Cellar Podcast. I'm your host, Sam Marie.
You should keep all of that.
I am your host, Sam Marie, and today's co-host, today's guest is
Adam Brian Campbell Jr.
You would just be Adam Brian.
Adam Brian. Happy Wednesday, halfway through the week. It's been a long week.
Has it been a long week for you?
Well, kind of, because I was working Sunday.
Sorry, he just breathed on all you guys.
Sorry, everybody. I don't have my headphones on, so I'm trying to talk nice and calm.
Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah, thanks. And not pop my peas.
Brian does a lot of popping of the peas, and he does a lot of like the,
like, come here, Jack.
No,
Come here, little Thorbean.
No.
Those are our cats.
No, he does like the sharp S.
The Sharp A. What's her name from?
Sharpay Evans.
What's that movie?
High School Musical.
High School Musical. I was blanking there for a second. Did you ever see that video of Zac Efron where he's like, "All right, everybody, it's our first day of filming today. Let's hope this is a good movie."
No, I haven't.
It's sick. You got to go look at that. He's like hyping everyone up. Was
that
his first big role?
Yeah.
What was he in before that?
I don't know. Nothing.
Who was the biggest name in the first High School Musical?
None of them.
Corbin Blue wasn't big yet?
No.
One of them were already on Disney, weren't they?
Vanessa Hudgens had been in Ashley Tisdale.
She was on Sweet Life.
Yeah, and then Vanessa Hudgens had been in like a couple random episodes of different things here and there, I think.
So when after the first High School Musical, did they all blow up, or did it take a couple movies?
Well, I think some blew up more than others. Like obviously Zac Efron, Vanessa Hudgens, Ashley Tisdale, they blew up like the most.
Yeah. 17 again, so good with Zac Efron.
Did you watch High School Musical as it came out? Like
No.
You watched the first one?
No, I hear you talk about it though, like how you were at the movie theater and stuff.
Oh, so when did you watch them?
With you. I watched High School Musical with you for the first time.
Oh.
I think. Are there 3 movies?
Mm-hmm.
When are they playing the baseball scene? That's number 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're so good.
Baseball?
No, they're so good. The movies are so good.
Oh. So you didn't watch those movies as a kid? I thought you Googled Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh my gosh. No, okay, chill. That's not what was Googled. But you're right. So I must have seen them when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because I
the first 2 came out just as a Disney Channel original movie on Disney Channel.
Oh my gosh. So yes, I saw them way before I met you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. So,
no way Devin, let me know, because there's no way you weren't watching those with Devin.
Yes, you're right.
I know Devin was a big Jonas brother, so Camp Rock was probably a little bit more prominent in your household, but
holy moly, you're right. I was watching that High School Musical and playing Nancy Drew and eating crayons. That's great. Not a long week. I've worked. I love taking Sunday off and doing nothing. I'll do a little on the computer here and there, but I worked probably 5 or 6 hours Sunday, full day Monday, full day Tuesday, full day today, and I'm looking at full days Thursday, Friday. But holiday weekend's coming up, and we're about to get ignorant.
Yeah. Before we go there, Brian, to give context, Brian is surrounded by a lot of healthcare workers.
They're the best.
And healthcare workers have all had an experience at some point of working night shift, which is a 12-hour shift starting from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And sometimes they ask you to work over, so it turns into a 16-hour shift.
That's insane that the human body does that, but go ahead.
The human body's not supposed to do that.
I know.
I've never felt worse in my body
providers.
than when I worked night shift.
That's crazy.
But Brian had to do this shift where he worked 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So a couple hours in the morning, and then 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. a couple hours at night on Sunday and
shift.
Monday. And he kept sending selfies to the family group text. And he'd be like, going for my night shift. And Brian's mom calls me and she's like, this idiot.
Yeah, that's disrespect to our real healthcare providers. As I was saying, I was working a night shift.
Brian's mom just calls me to gossip about Brian.
I love that for me.
And tell me about Gia's gifts.
Keep your enemies close. Wait. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Your mom's not my enemy.
No,
She's
you and my mom
friend.
you and my mom are my enemies.
Oh, we are your number one haters.
Yeah, that's good. I need that in my life though.
No.
Holds you accountable.
Yeah. But yeah, the big holiday weekend. I just found out I don't work on Monday.
That's so lit.
Yeah.
Give me knuckles there.
And
so
we're running
time.
tough as nails.
We are.
We're running tough as nails.
And it's going to be awesome. You'll have to like cut that and like clip it like if we're ever miserable at some point running through the
Yeah.
But for context here, Tough as Nails, 6 miles, 20 obstacles, starts in downtown Wheeling outside of West Banco Arena. It goes up hills, through tunnels, you go through water. This is going to be my 3rd year doing it, and I've wanted Sammy to run it with me.
Wait, 3rd year?
Yeah, I did it 2 years ago, and then I did it last year. Now this is my 3rd year.
Where's what year's the picture that you're jumping over all happy?
That was year number 1. You were going through the old OV.
I was in
North
Carolina.
North Carolina, correct.
Okay, so I missed that year.
Yes.
I watched though and supported. Me and Gia were running around at the Tough as Nails. Like we came up to
it was awesome.
We came up the steps and watched
that
you guys
was so cool.
on top of the parking deck.
Because you guys got some good pictures of us.
Well, I didn't get them. Gia took the pictures.
Yeah, Gia got some sweet pictures.
But I was just like her sidekick running around with her.
For a week straight, they were promoting that there was going to be a water slide, and everybody was like, oh, it's definitely at the top of one of these parking garages, and it goes down. And everyone's like, this is going to be sick. You're going to have to run to the top. You're going to get on the slip and slide, and you're going to go down it. It's going to be really cool. You make it to the top of one of these parking garages, and you run up these steps, and you're miserable, and you can't wait to go down the water slide. And the water slide is set up where the water's coming down, and you're slipping, and you have to crawl up it.
Yeah.
And it was actually miserable. Your muscles are like getting tight, and you're slipping, and you have to crawl up this thing, and you get to the top, and you're out of breath, and then you got to run back down the parking garage.
How much did you have left after that?
Probably 2 miles. 2 more miles after that.
2 miles?
Yeah, because I was around mile 3 or 4, and it was 6 miles.
I thought it was like half a mile away from the end.
I mean, at worst, it was probably a mile, but I think it was 2. Because you know what? You're right. When we looked at my watch the other day, last year's race came out to like 5.8 miles.
Because you guys came up, I think you and Jordan were right around the same spot. And you guys came up, and Jordan came up, and she was going to put her AirPods on the ground. And I was like, oh, no, just hand them to me. I'll hold them. Because I thought she was done with them.
Yeah.
I wasn't realizing our AirPods not waterproof.
I know the Apple Watches are. I don't know if the AirPods are or not.
So I think her concern was to take them off so she wouldn't get them wet. Mm-hmm. I thought she was like, fuck these AirPods. I'm raw dogging the rest of this.
Yeah.
I thought you guys have like half a mile to go. So I picked them up, and we put them in Gia's bag.
Yes.
And then Jordan comes running back for them. I was like, oh, get them out of the bag. And we didn't get them out in time. She was like, forget about it. I was like, oh, I'm sick to my stomach. I just ruined the rest of her race.
Did you plan on running with your phone on Sunday?
Probably.
I wouldn't. It's so nice just to leave everything and just go, because you're with everybody. Unless you wanted it, I really wouldn't take your phone, because you need 2 hands to do everything.
How am I going to take content?
I mean, where are you going to put it? In like a pouch?
Yeah.
Is it waterproof?
I don't know.
I mean, I probably wouldn't.
I don't think I'm mentally equipped to raw dog a race.
Okay. Let's go to Dick's or something and find you a waterproof one.
Well, yeah, I need to find a new one anyways,
Okay.
because my waist is too small for the one I currently have.
all 58 pounds of you'd blow away in a bad storm. Yeah, let's go find you, because it would be fun for you to get to take your phone. I'm just worried about you actually get immersed in water at times. Like your head will be underwater.
Well, so maybe I'll text Jordan and see what she says. She had hers, didn't she?
Yeah, and I guess there's an obstacle where there's a pool, and you've really got 2 options: to run across it, and you're probably going to fall in the pool at some point, or swim the pool. So I think you could leave your phone behind with you and run back to get it after you do the obstacle. And at the very end, there's huge dumpsters filled with water that you have to climb in and get out of.
This sounds like a yeast infection waiting to happen.
There's clean water.
Yeah,
it's like a clean dumpster.
After 175 people have been in it.
I know, and at least you got to assume a quarter of them pee in it.
Brian, that's foul.
I'm just kidding. Only like 2 people poop in it. There's going to be a situation where you get to an obstacle and you're going to say, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to be right behind you, pushing you through it.
You're pushing me in.
Yeah.
This sounds gross, actually.
Do you want to back out?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, I don't know. The phone situation. There's definitely, Dick's definitely has one, or one of these running stores definitely has a waterproof one.
Yeah. Maybe we won't take any content.
No, we definitely should.
Yeah, I think it would be cool.
There's going to be a point in this race where after we go up those steps, we're both going to want to quit, and I just need you to bring the energy and say, let's go.
No, I need you. That's your whole purpose.
No, I got it.
You're going to be running slower than your actual pace because you'll be running with me.
I don't know. We'll see. You've been running well. So, but yeah, that's Sunday, and we'll be able to clip some of this.
When I was a cross country and track runner athlete, I used to have a really hard time with getting like nervous poops, so I would have to go and poop my brains out like 5 minutes before my race every single time without question. And talking about this right now, I can feel like that nervous poop in my tummy.
Okay, well, our race, we're in the 12:30 heat, so you need to assume that we're in the 12. Just tell yourself we're in the 12 o'clock heat, because we're not going to poop in the public bathrooms at West Banco right before the race. So if you need to poop, we'll walk over here. Our studio's a 5-minute walk from where the race begins.
But then if I walk over here and get unnervous, I might not have to poop anymore by the time I get over here.
What are we eating Sunday morning? I've been doing the last couple races. I've
probably
done this.
Just like avocado toast.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Or I used to be like big on peanut butter bagels.
I might grab one of those.
And a banana.
Oh yeah, I might grab one of those honey stinger waffle things that I like, and chew on that right before the race.
Yeah, definitely.
That first, when they let off that race gun, and you get to run with everybody, and you're in that pack for the first 10-15 minutes, it's so cool.
That stresses me out.
It's so fun.
What time are Sydney and Isaac running?
Is Sydney running it?
I thought so.
Oh, I didn't know that. I think Isaac's running the half on Saturday.
Oh.
I'll call him after this.
He's running a half marathon?
Yeah.
What's the farthest he's run so far in his training?
12 miles.
Damn. How'd he say it went?
He just powers through it. He's a good runner. He's not like...
I'm not saying he's not a good runner. I was just asking.
I don't think
out
he's
of curiosity, if I run a half marathon.
Yeah,
how's
he's
he
not
feeling?
like... He's never like, oh, this was miserable. He's always excited when he sends us pictures of his times.
Oh, well, yeah, because that's after he ran.
Yeah.
Everybody's always excited after you ran.
He doesn't really ever complain about running like the way that I do or Cooley does or...
Good for him.
Yeah, Chase and Isaac are a lot of the same. They just kind of get and go and get it done.
Oh.
All right, what do you have to say to your future self for Sunday at about... So we take off at 12:30. I think it'll take us an hour 15 or an hour 20.
It's 6 miles, Brian. I ran 6 miles in an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, but all 20 obstacles only take you 10 to 15 minutes. So let's say it takes us an hour 25. It's
going to take us at least an hour and a half, if not an hour 40.
I would bet a lot of money we're done faster than an hour and a half.
I would be so proud of myself.
So is that our goal? Finish in an hour and a half?
I don't have a goal. My goal's finish.
Okay.
And not to like be like that much in pain.
Okay, well, I'll push you for Sammy, there's a lot of time, like at least 2 stretches, you're running for probably a mile and a half. So that's 3 miles right there where all you have to worry about is just getting a good 10-minute pace. Okay?
Yeah.
If we stay around that 10-minute pace, you're done in an hour, and then you have to do 6 obstacles in 30 minutes. Some of the obstacles take 30 seconds.
You guys, whenever I go for really long runs, do you want to know what I say to myself? That I can do hard things.
Oh, I love that. I can do hard things. I love that. I can do hard things. I'm about to get that tatted.
I say I can do hard things. And then like, if I am like, let's say I'm running 40 minutes today. I get through the first 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm a fourth of the way through. So I have to do this one more time, and then I have to double it. And then I hit 20 minutes and I'm like, okay, I just have to do what I just did one more time. And then I get to 10, and then if that doesn't work, I tell myself it's only 4 separate 5-minute runs.
You've always said that you've done that stuff, and then you kind of had me doing it when I was training for the half.
Yeah. I'm just tricking my brain the whole time. I'm lying. Well, I'm telling the truth, but I'm like gaslighting my brain the whole time.
Yeah, it's tough.
And then if it's really getting bad, I'm like, I can do hard things. Like, I need this to be the hardest thing that I did today.
Is there anything that you've heard us talk about or that you've seen pictures of that you're not excited for, obstacle-wise?
The whole finishing.
The whole finishing. Oh, okay.
That big thing that you go over that I know I can't reach or whatever, and then all those rolly things.
You're gonna have to run, and I'm gonna have to give you a little boost.
Yeah.
You have to kind of fling yourself over it.
And I'm not a fan of like just like getting wet and then having to run more.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like
that's tough.
That sounds like you're gonna like chafe and
you won't chafe.
Get an infection.
Oh, that's the other thing too.
Because what if I cut myself open on something and then I gotta get in that water?
You're not gonna do that.
You told me my shins might bleed.
Yeah, I mean a little bit, not like a big enough not a big enough hand. Or not a big enough cut for it, like stuff to get in it.
He clearly doesn't understand how bacteria
works. Listen, here's the other thing too. If at any point we have to get in water, I made a huge mistake. This probably cost me 4 minutes. If at any point we have to get in water, we're not taking our socks off, even though how tempting it looks like because you see everyone else doing it. It takes so long to put your socks back on when your feet are wet and you're trying to do it quickly. You're out of breath and then you start cramping.
Did Jordan take her socks off?
No. I don't think so.
Oh. I thought you guys ran together like pretty.
No, she caught me at the end and then passed me.
Oh. She knew about pace.
Yeah. Everyone that does the stuff with the socks, and like my first year, I took my Apple Watch and my socks off, and it cost me 5 minutes. And I was like, what am I doing? And these dudes are just they take their shoes off, but they just go sprint through this stuff. Like, depending on what we're feeling and when we come up to stuff like that, I'll probably keep my shoes and my socks on. Like if we can see in front of us and someone made it through the pool and the things where you have to balance are pretty stiff and it's like just jumping on rocks, we're not taking anything off. We'll just get splashed a little bit.
But I wonder how heavy your shoes are after.
They're pretty heavy, but it dries up so fast. Oh, did you see the weather for Sunday?
No.
It's like mid 60s. It's great.
That sounds like it'll be cold though when we jump in.
It's not gonna be cold. I'm excited for you to see me climb a rope.
It's making me anxious.
Don't be. It's fun. It's so fun. And when you finish, you feel like a beast.
Do you?
Let's go look at some stats from last year.
Did you feel better about yourself after finishing your half marathon or tough as nails?
Tough as nails. It's not even close.
Oh, really?
The half marathon was mentally more miserable. It actually.
But you didn't feel proud of yourself after?
No, I felt proud of myself. I was so miserable in that half marathon in January because it was snowing. And you have fun when you finish the tough as nails because you can't move and you're so hungry and you're like so proud of yourself because you look around and everyone else is feeling the same thing.
What are we going to eat?
Dude, there's everything. Burgers, tacos, pizza. Okay, here's here's the stats for last year. It ends up being 5.31 miles. It was
but it's supposed to be 6 miles.
6 with all of the obstacles, but I think because my Apple Watch might have not tracked it or something, but I was running for 5.31 miles. Average pace, 12 minutes. It took me an hour and 3 minutes to do Tough as Nails last year. Average heart rate was 174 beats, which is crazy. And total calories, 997.
That's the only thing is I wonder if I should get a watch for like tracking things because I never know where my heart rate's at. I don't track anything.
What do you think your max heart rate is?
Well, I know when I've done Orange Theory before, I've gotten up to like 200.
Yeah, didn't you say one time you guys were like full out sprinting and you were like, you had way more left in the tank and they like came to check on you?
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, I'm fine. I'm not even sprinting yet.
Yeah. So I don't really know.
You're just a little girl that and like your heart beats so fast.
But my resting's kind of low.
Yeah. Here, let's see what you're talking.
Well, right now I'm probably like 78. Because I'm all like nervous and stuff.
Here, give me your wrist over here. 103 right now.
There's no way. That's incorrect.
Oh, maybe it's because it wasn't on your wrist all the way.
Why don't I just check my pulse right now for you?
Like the correct way to actually do it?
Yeah.
Mine's at 74.
62.
You only counted 31 beats?
Yeah.
Sorry, my watch might have been messed up.
Yeah. 62.
103 is crazy.
We should do a Tough as Nails recap episode.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you were down for that.
Yeah, that'll be good.
But anyways, today's episode, we're going to call it Defining Self-Care. That's defying.
Defying gravity. This is defining.
Something has changed.
You want to be popular
Within me. Something is
What's the
not the same.
What's the song I like when they're in the library?
Dancing Through Life.
Dancing through reality.
Anyways, we're going to call this episode Defining Self-Care.
Ooh, I like it.
And maybe self-worth.
Ooh, I like it.
How would you define your self-worth?
Wow. Depending on what you're able to think of yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror. My self-worth is that to myself or to other people?
To you, like what makes you think you hold value as a person?
Oh, how I treat
to
others.
Yourself.
How I treat other people.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like first and foremost thing to me. Mm-hmm. I think you're truthfully put on the earth to help someone else or other people. So it's like, how are you treating someone else?
And so if you're treating people, you feel happy.
Yeah, anytime.
If you're treating people good, I mean.
Yeah, if I'm having a bad day and you make somebody laugh or you do something for someone, like changes everything.
Sorry, I feel like my brain is like not operating anymore.
That was like you earlier when you were trying to figure out how to use 2 phones.
Guys, I'm 4 days off Alani and my networks are shutting down.
Yes.
But anyways.
I haven't had an Alani either for a minute because of this F45 challenge we're in. I gave it up for this challenge. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think, how do you describe self-worth? It's like, to me, it's how you treat other people.
Well, that's good. I think that means you're probably a really good person.
Give or take. How do you describe it?
I don't know.
It's crazy. That's a tough question. If you were asked that in an interview, I can't tell you the last time I paused and stopped during an interview at work or in the street or whatever it may be. That may be, I guess it's because I didn't understand the question.
Yeah.
But that's a tough question.
I think a problem as human beings and as a society, and including myself, is we put a lot of our self-worth and defining our self-worth based off of what other people think.
Oh yeah, I could.
Because that was your first question.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is it based off of me or was it based off of what other people think? And I think I might even base my self-worth, which is not a good thing, based on how other people feel about me, which is not good.
Yeah, which is crazy because you've got so many, is the correct word intangibles that can't be taught?
I think maybe.
You have so many things that are
qualities.
Yeah, you have so many qualities that it doesn't even matter what a single person thinks, because you do them. At the end of the day, you can always go look yourself in the mirror or lay down your head down on the pillow and be like, wow, I'm her.
Okay.
Know what I mean?
You know what? Hell yeah. No, I think I do define self-worth the same way, though, when I actually get to the root of it and think of it and don't think about think about it negatively and worry about what other people think, is that if I'm helping people, I feel better. Like, because even when... Do you remember when my mom was in the hospital and her friend, whose daughter I had been seeing,
yes, that's a cool
as her
story.
Psychiatry provider,
that's a really cool story.
She came into the hospital and the first thing she says is, "You saved my daughter's life," and I was like, "Oh,
dude!" At the end, of the day,
die. I literally could die right that second and be like, "I did something."
For the next 80 years that you're alive, maybe 90, if you're having a bad day, just remember that. Mm-hmm. I might be a little arrogant for this, but if somebody told me that, I would not have a bad day ever again. You saved a life. At the end of the day, you can lay your head down on a pillow and be like, I did that. And more than likely you're going to save about 1,000 more because of the type of career you're in with healthcare and stuff, but that is just so cool.
Yeah. No, it definitely was a really cool feeling. And I think I agree with you, as I would define my self-worth based off of helping others and like trying to be selfless where you can, even if you don't feel good about it.
Yeah. And then I guess number 2 for me would be like how Q-Dog treats me.
Oh my gosh, no, 100%.
Like if my dog doesn't like me, I've got to reevaluate myself.
No, that's so fair, because if somebody like, no, Gia said this as an ick, like, because if she brought a man over and the dog is like barking at the man,
yeah,
ick.
It's an issue. It's a really bad issue.
No, because I love when I go into people's homes and they're like, normally they're barking and biting people and they're just sitting in your lap, and I'm like, thanks.
Because all dogs know, well, 99% of them, all they know is love. And if they don't love you, or like,
what did you do wrong?
Yeah, which is crazy. So if my dog is ever, I get it. Like if someone else's dog is barking at you, or like they're protecting their human, like they don't, you know what I mean? You're not their person. I get it.
Buster barks at everybody when they walk in the door, and then he wags his tail.
Yeah, and then he'll get slobber on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if our dog is like ignoring you or mad at you, then I got some real work to put in.
Oh yeah, if our dog doesn't like you, you are an issue.
Yes.
There's something in your aura that we have to address, because I don't know what you've done.
Yeah. I've never seen that little guy not let someone pet him.
No. Whoever's new into the home too, that's like who he's gonna snuggle with.
Yeah.
Even
just letting them know they're welcomed.
Yeah, like a lot of the times, even I think when like Haley came over one day, and so me, Gia, and Haley were watching TV. Q eventually came back and sat with me, just because I'm one of his people. But for the whole first little bit while he was there, he was cuddling Haley because she's the new person in the household. He likes to like cuddle he likes to lie and be like, you see these people, they do not feed me enough.
Yeah, they don't feed me.
Do you see how skinny I am?
Yeah, that's literally what he sounds like.
Starved. Do you have French fries in your pocket?
Yes. Imagine how many pup cups he's gonna get this summer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's already gotten a few pup cups when Gia and I went to like Dairy Queen a few times. We haven't been to Dairy Queen in a minute, but
good.
Have you ever had experiences in your life where you think your self-worth is low?
Where my self-worth is low.
Like you feel like you're not holding any value in life. You feel low.
No, I mean, not to
you're really facing adversity.
Yeah. I mean, one of the toughest things I think that happened in my mind was when my redshirt sophomore year of college baseball, when school started to get tough because you're trying to graduate early, and then our baseball team was really bad that year, and I wasn't playing, and I was fighting battles in my head every single day not to quit. And if looking back now, like if I would have quit, that would have been the worst decision of my life. Because the following years I got to play with my best friends, and like a lot of us were starting in the infield and outfield together, and because we pushed through that and then all got to start together, it was awesome. But I'm not kidding you, for 4 months straight I wanted to quit college baseball.
How do you feel like you got out of that?
Well, just seeing everyone else.
You never told me you wanted to quit baseball.
Yeah, just seeing everyone else around me like fight through it with us, and you still had to show up in the weight room, you still had to go to the classroom, and at the end of the day, like you had a decision to make, and our head coach at that point, Eric Burkle, it's kind of like, hey, do you want to stare at adversity and fight through it, or do you want to run like 99% of the people would? And it's like you got a decision to make at that point. Yeah, we were horrible and you weren't playing. Like that's the toughest thing. Yeah. Everyone that's on the bench, like, yeah, it stinks for them. It stinks a little bit less for the guys that are getting to play every day. You know what I mean? Like we're losing, but at least you're getting at bats. The guy, when you're losing and you're benched and you don't play, now it's like, why would you not quit? You could literally go get a job. You could do so many other things. Baseball's 60 hours a week.
Yeah. So, because if you're on the bench, are you feeling like, wow, I'm not even good enough to play on this losing team?
Correct. And then you're seeing the guys in front of you. And at that time, 19, 20 years old, you're watching guys in front of you struggle. And you're thinking to yourself like, oh, I could definitely be doing a better job of this guy. But then in reality, you go and work hard just like they do. And then you see them have good moments, and now at 27 you look back and you're like, oh, I definitely wasn't ready at that time to play.
Yeah.
Out of shape,
how did
too heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys in front of me are 6'2", 6'3", 8% body fat and hitting balls really far. So
yeah, so I would say that's a moment where your self-worth was low, because you were in a position saying, I'm not even good enough to play on this losing team. So how did you flip that mindset?
Yeah, that summer from redshirt sophomore going into redshirt junior, so that was the summer of 2019. It was just like every single day, 3-a-days. And it was just like, you've got one more shot at this, so you better go as hard as you possibly can. Let's see if it pays off.
And so with that, how could you generalize that flipping of the mindset to be applicable to somebody who is feeling low in self-worth in a totally different situation?
Yeah, I mean, every single day now, like Earl, one of my best friends, Earl, we talk about this all the time. If it wasn't for how we were treated as 18 and 19-year-olds in college, they were honest with us and treated us like adults. Like, hey, you're not good enough to play right now. And it doesn't hurt their feelings. They're telling you the truth because they're college baseball coaches. They know what's going on. The way that you can apply that to real life, because I use this example all the time, whatever is in front of you is not going to be worse than what you just went through. Like, it is not going to be, you were miserable in those situations. You won't let yourself be that miserable again because you already went through it. So find the toughest times you've went through and see what you learned from it. And my biggest thing, I relate this to work, to family, to relationship. Like, I mean, it only gets better when you're not rock bottom, but when things are dark.
What if you are at what feels like a rock bottom and you know there's a little bit more harder parts that are going to come?
Yeah.
And then maybe good will come.
It's whatever you can see in front of you. Just all it takes is one step a day. Yeah. Right? You don't have to, like, you can see you know where the end is and what it's going to take, and it looks like it's forever, and it is. It's going to take a while, but as long as you can just take a step, like, let's just say you just got fired, or you lost a family member, or you don't have any money, there's something you can do to get out of that with one step, right? So it's just, if you don't have any money, you can go get a job to help you make an extra $10 a day. If you lost a family member, maybe there's a family member you haven't talked to in a while. You can call them once a week, right? There's always just one little step in front of you. When those steps start to add up in a month, and then 3 months and 6 months, then you blink and you're out of it.
Yeah. And
it was kind of like that same thing with how it happened with the baseball stuff. I was miserable. I wasn't playing, and I blinked, and then you had a chance.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a chance like 2 weeks after the season. It was literally 11 months later. Mm-hmm. And it was miserable.
And it did get worse because you had to go through a breakup too.
Yeah, that was crazy. But then in March of 2020, the whole world shut down, and then all that work you put in got delayed a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change a single thing. It was amazing.
Yeah, I think too it's also important to remember like how finite life is.
Yes. Like, it's so valuable, and even on the bad days, like, I'll get to wake up and be thankful for something.
Yeah, but I mean, like, life is short.
Yeah, extremely. So it's
not like infinite. You don't have infinite fates.
Yes. So even if you have a bad day, you get to wake up and have a new one.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure hope I do.
Yeah. Facts. That was awesome. Let's do this more often. I feel like you were my therapist. That felt so good.
Good.
Where are you at with all that?
He's like, basically, can you say what you just said, but for your example? But I don't remember what your question was, so will you just go back to what your own question was and answer it?
That was crazy. Where
my self-worth was the lowest probably in 2019. But yeah, my self-worth was pretty low. I didn't see a whole lot of future ahead of me, but I still kept taking it one step at a time, just like Brian said, applying to PA school, trying to figure out where I could go. And the best thing for me to do was just not necessarily like a totally fresh start. Like, I didn't just like drop everybody and leave everything and abandon everything. Like, I knew everything would still be here for me, but I got a fresh start. Mm-hmm. I got out of here. I went down south, touched some grass, saw the sun, went to the beach, got my degree. And doing that and being able to do all these hard things alone and by myself as an adult, I think showed me that I could handle shit.
Dude, you can handle anything. I live with a pure-blooded winner.
Thanks.
Like,
it's been a lot of losses.
Dude. And you just take a right hook and you're like asleep from getting knocked out, and you just wake up and you're like, let's go.
I guess I gotta go make money. Fuck, I gotta go work.
Wake up and raise Q-Dog Jack Thorbeans.
Yeah. Well, that's the easiest part of my life.
Selfishly, I'm so happy you went down south.
Yeah, it was the best thing I could ever done for myself.
Ever.
I don't know where I'd be or what would have happened, or if I didn't get out of here.
And I realized it's arguably my favorite city in America.
Yeah, definitely. I love Savannah.
Yeah.
I'd go live there if you wanted to go move.
So let's just hypothetically, you get handed $400,000 tomorrow. You get to buy a Airbnb where you can go stay in it any weekend of the year. Which city are you picking?
Well, unfortunately, my heart is torn in about 3 different places.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love Savannah, Georgia. I do love Savannah.
Okay.
Not the best beaches in the whole world.
Mm-mm.
Fantastic food, though. Fantastic coffee. Fantastic atmosphere. Charleston. Excellent beaches.
Mm-hmm.
Good coffee. Good food. I do think the eats are better in Savannah. I believe the eats are better in Savannah. But then my heart lurches for like a northeastern summer.
I knew it was coming.
Oh my God. The way a northeastern summer like has my heart in a chokehold. And the only thing that would be tough about that though is if you get a house there, you don't really have an escape for the winter.
Yes.
But I don't know if the way those summers would hit would just be enough to, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
But then it's almost like you have this vacation home, but it's only good for the amount of time that your home back home is good for.
Yes.
Because then you would leave home. Let's say you leave for 4 or 5 months, you would just come back to being cold.
Yes, you're right.
But I love a New England summer, a northeastern summer. Nothing makes my soul feel happier.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah. So I would maybe do that, but I might just fucking live there full time, you know?
Because I was so set on like, I don't know, 10, 15 years, whatever it takes, finding a home somewhere down there where we can visit whenever we want. That's like, to me, that is awesome. And like knowing our family could just go visit it whenever they wanted if it was getting Airbnb. But now, instead of the first one we ever get being at a lake or a beach down there, I kind of want the northeast one. Yeah,
because also northeast, like if it gets to fall, you can get that cabin in the woods type of vibe, cozy, fires going, book is on your lap, everybody's in their PJs, you know.
Yeah. Wow.
I love New England summer.
Yeah, we might have to make that one happen.
Yeah, you could even find something that feels a little bit similar to like if you go to a lake in North Carolina, because then it has that woodsy feel, lots of rocks. It just wouldn't have the same seafood.
Yes.
Which would be kind of like a key important part.
When I went to New Hampshire with your dad and sister recently over the last 5 months, I ate unbelievable up there when we were near Lake Winnipesaukee. I mean, the fish and every meal, I mean, even our breakfasts, like, was just ignorant with how good the food was. Yeah, I love a summer up there. I want to go up there this year so bad, but we have so many things to do. It might be my, like, Savannah's number 1 for my food list right now. What I witnessed up there in the Northeast might be number 2 because St. Petersburg is so good. There's one Italian place down there, Tony and Nello's. That's the Italian place, which is a reason why St. Petersburg is so high for me when I rank my food. But what I witnessed in the Northeast makes me think that it could beat Savannah if I spent more time. Because even like I texted you one of those mornings, I drove into one of the little suburbs, and there was probably 50 mom and pop businesses surrounding a lake, and I went in and got coffee somewhere, and it was like incredible. Yeah. And it was jam packed in there, and it was freezing cold. And I asked the barista, I was like, "What is this place like when it was warm?" And her eyes lit up, and she was like, "You've got no idea." Yeah, I've never had coffee up there because I've never been in a coffee era when I've been up there. That was before my caffeine days. Caffeine days hit late for me. Like I wasn't drinking caffeine really until PA school. Yeah. So I wasn't I never drank coffee really. I would have to. I know I texted it to you. I hope I did, so I could go find it in our messages. But wherever this area was, it was 15 minutes from where we were staying at your family's cabin in Lake Winnipesaukee, and it was like 15 minutes away. And this town was built like a half moon around a little lake, and that's where I got that coffee. And you could walk everywhere. There's restaurants on every block, and there's coffee shops and shopping. Like you could go shop, and that's when I asked her. I was like, "What is this place like when it gets warm?" And pretty much you could tell is like you can't park anywhere. You're walking this whole thing, and it's jam packed.
Yeah, we should talk to Gummy and try to go up for a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. And so, have you heard of like a self-care routine?
No, not really.
Okay. So when the girlies on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, when they're doing a self-care routine, this means they're going to like Lush or Bath and Body Works.
Oh, like the guy that dips his head in ice.
Sorry, yeah, that's like his morning routine.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
But you might define it as a self-care routine, and that's where we'll get to. But traditionally, when you talk about a self-care routine, you're lighting candles. Some girlies are going to have a glass of wine. They are doing their full like bath routine, setting up the bath bomb, book is set up, or iPad is set up in the bath.
Like a brick oven pizza on the side.
Yeah. And then they're getting out and doing their full skincare routine. Legs are shaved.
Ooh.
Body's oiled and buttered up, and then they're getting in some newly fresh washed sheets at night, and that's like their self-care routine. Yeah. What would you define as your self-care routine?
Wow.
And do you feel like you have one?
I'm trying to think.
It doesn't have to be like that, because I wouldn't define my self-care routine as that.
Yeah. Something that is close to that, like, let's just say I picture like a 6 o'clock evening, it's time to wind down. If I had already worked out for the day, I can't wait to just eat a really good meal and lay around. Yeah. Does that count? Because I've been loving recently of just laying down, and I'm not going to bed yet, and just not even just laying there. And just
Are you
relaxing.
on your phone?
Yeah, on my phone, or I can sit there and watch TV. I love that. Maybe I should get like a real one. Like
no, whatever. What do you do that makes you feel like you've really cared for yourself?
Oh, just laying there and just like sinking into a couch or a bed and just turning something on the TV. Or, playing on my phone, which is so bad, but it is so nice just to lay there.
What's your favorite thing that would be in your self-care routine, putting on the TV? Like, do you enjoy it more when there's a show happening? Do you enjoy it more when it's just sports?
You know what one of my favorite things are? Or when we're binge watching something. That's the best. When I'm done for the day, workout, good day of work, ate healthy. Now it's time to sit there and watch something.
Yeah.
That is great.
Now, to be able to do that self-care routine, do you feel like there were things you had to get done during the day to make you feel like you're allowed to do that?
Yes, and yes, because I wanted to be done with my day early. Because if like I'm not done with my day until 8 or 9 o'clock, I don't want to do that. I want to just go to bed. I purposely got an early workout in, make sure I ate all my meals healthy. So now I'm done at 5, 6, 7 o'clock. And now it's like, hey, I can't wait to just sit on the couch. And
so one of the things you would have had to done is work out before work.
Yes.
Okay.
Which you've been doing that for years. And now since I've started that, it's like a cheat code.
Yeah. Well, I haven't done it in years, but I was doing it for years.
Which I copied it from you. So
I just copied it from Ariel.
The blank became the blank. You were the master teaching the trainee. I forget the saying. But thank you.
You're welcome.
What is your self-care?
I think my ideal self-care routine is cleaning the house. Nothing makes me feel better than if the house is clean. Nothing makes me feel worse than when the house is not clean. And I can't even do a fun little relaxed routine at night and have fun if the house isn't clean. So if the house is not clean, I won't be happy.
No.
It will be like a little bug in the back of my head. But like the other day, it was Friday, and I think I cleaned up the house. And like a big thing is for me is like I would have to come home. Like Friday, I work a half day. Come home, clean the house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, on my hands and knees, like get in the baseboards and stuff. And then normally before that, I would have went for a run or worked out because then I'm sweaty because I know I'm going to get sweaty when I'm cleaning because I'm cleaning. And then clean everything up. And then if everything's clean, then all of a sudden the space in my brain can be empty.
Oh, that's nice.
Shower. Do the whole thing, the shaving, whatever. I don't really have a in-depth skin routine, unfortunately, because skin products are expensive. But when I can get more skincare products, I'll do that up. I'll do that up.
Yeah.
And then getting in comfy PJs, being downstairs in bed, putting that little side table next to it.
That's nice.
Bedside table. Fun drink, fun snack, fun book, in bed. YouTube on the TV.
We do have to set up that TV in our room. That'll be a game changer.
Yeah, I put YouTube on the laptop the last time.
Oh.
I love YouTube.
Yeah. I've gotten newfound respect for it since you've been on it.
I've been on it since I was a kid.
Yeah, sticky iPad kid. I should get a good... Oh, I flossed last night.
Yeah, I floss.
Yeah, you've flossed for a while, but
I'm a regular flosser.
I'm getting into it. I'm getting into flossing. I told all the guys that it's been the first time I've really flossed in 5 years, and they ripped into me a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, because I just never did it, but now I am.
It is kind of gross if you think about it, but Brian has excellent teeth.
There's some gunk in there.
I'm cutting that out.
Don't cut that
foul.
out.
You would have even
Don't
said
cut that out. Just blur what I said. One time when we were in middle school, they were taking just kids out of class to go to this like big trailer outside of the school, and I was so concerned.
What?
Like, I'm getting there. They were taking kids out into this big trailer outside of the school, and it was like the biggest, nicest trailer you've ever seen. It was like as long as a house. And when it was your turn, you went to the end of the hall. They had the door open to get outside, and you walked right into the trailer. And there's what looked like nurses in there and dental hygienists. Someone has fact-checked me here to make sure I'm not making this up from Our Lady of Peace.
This was actually a nightmare.
Which it could have been. But as soon as you walked into this trailer from Our Lady of Peace, you went right to get your teeth cleaned, or you went left to get a shot in your arm.
This is not real. This is not real. No. No, this is not real.
Let me explain it a little bit
Chase.
deeper. Let me call it. This happened in like 2nd or 3rd grade. I think he was still at St. Francis, so he wouldn't have been there.
Call Brent.
So, listen, you got called out of class in groups of 2 or 3, and you knew where everyone was going. When they came back, everyone was okay. So you know, like nothing bad was happening, and you can see at the end of the hall where the line is. And instead of what normally looks like a parking lot, it goes into another room now. So it was a big trailer. You could go right to get your teeth cleaned.
Your teeth cleaned, or left to get a shot.
To get a shot in your arm.
Where'd you go?
I got both done, I think. I did both. I think I was signed up for both. You want me to call my mom?
Yeah, call your mom.
Because, dude, I promise
think you were an experiment.
No, dude, the whole school had to do it.
Put her on the mic.
Everyone had to get the shot.
What's the matter?
Hey, you're live on the Pine Cellar. Can I tell you a situation I had, and you tell me what it was?
What? That never happened.
Oh my gosh.
Mom, this happened.
I got you on speakerphone. Brian, you dreamt that.
Yeah, there's no way.
There was not a mobile teeth cleaning unit.
Yes, that's exactly what it was, Mom. You're right.
It was not. You had a dentist when you were younger.
Yeah.
Mom, we went
Brian,
into...
you dreamt this.
Mom, I promise you, we went into a trailer and they gave us shots at Our Lady of Peace.
No, they didn't give you shot.
I'm calling some of my classmates, dude, because
Who you gonna call? Don't tell me you're gonna call Brent, because Brent don't have a clue. What do you think they gave you a shot of, honey?
dude, I'm telling you.
Also, why were they giving them the option of dentist or
I
shot?
don't know. I think it was to make us feel better.
Was it punishment? If you don't get your teeth cleaned, we're gonna give you a shot.
Dude, Mom, could it have been this? Could I went in the trailer and could they have been eye doctor visits?
That's a totally different. Why was the eye doctor cleaning your teeth and giving? You know what? You're talking reckless right now.
Mom,
I don't even know what to tell you right now.
Relax. They're not. They're not separate things. I'm telling you, maybe what I'm talking about. Was there ever a trailer where we would go get our eyes checked at school?
No.
God, damn it.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Brent.
What?
I need a huge favor.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Okay, listen to me. This is being recorded, so you're not like live right now. I'm on a podcast right now, and I just told a story about when we were young. Do you ever remember when a trailer pulled up outside of Our Lady of Peace and we had to go into the trailer to like get a shot or get our teeth cleaned?
Oh shit. Wow, you're unlocking like a distant memory.
You remember what I'm talking about though?
I think so.
What? And I told my mom that it.
Brent, this sounds illegal.
Sammy's over here.
This sounds illegal.
What's up, Sam?
Hi.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, shit.
But dude, could it have been? I told this to my mom, and I think she was a little bit closer to agreeing with me.
No, she wasn't.
Did we ever go into that trailer and they checked our eyesight?
Shit, man, I don't remember. No. Oh no, we didn't have nurses.
No, we didn't have a nurse. We had a gym teacher that would check to see if we were okay.
Hey, on the real, the LP was fun as shit. But yeah,
Fun
I
as
don't know,
shit,
man.
dude.
I'm sorry, I'm not too helpful. At first, I was
my
concerned, man.
gosh.
It sounded like
No.
you wanted something serious. I was ready to be like, yeah, man, what do you need?
Yeah, I know you would be, but you're the only guy I could trust right now to call and be like, yeah, that's what we.
Yeah, shit,
I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna prove this.
I also remember when we got I remember putting that. I remember this was in 5th grade, so I know it wasn't this year, but I remember we swished around that pink shit in our mouth. We had somebody come into the classroom.
Wait a second.
Hygiene, and then we would we swished that pink shit.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Were we in it?
Your teeth.
We weren't in a trailer though. That was in the classroom.
With Mrs. Andrews.
Yeah. I think the only person I'm going to be able to clear this with is probably Mrs. Kerr or Mrs. Schneid. Maybe they remember.
Oh yeah, maybe give them a call.
All right.
Man.
All right. Thanks for your help. Love you.
All right, love you too.
Bye. I'm not gonna be able to confirm this tonight. I'm gonna have to.
Did you get a swine flu vaccine?
I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
You don't remember?
No.
This was like a scary epidemic when we were in 5th or 6th grade.
You know what I was worried about in 5th or 6th grade? What time I was gonna get to go home and play zombies on my Xbox. I was actually concerned during the middle of the school day.
You know what's so funny is when Brian was going home and playing zombies, I was going home and number one, finishing my homework, but number two, after I was done, I would walk around the neighborhood, go hang out with all my friends, walk up to the other neighborhoods. I was out and about walking, hanging out with friends. And then when I would get home, eat something or whatever, then I'm in my room, turn my boombox on, and I'm in the mirror with my hairbrush, this is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. What's your dream self-care routine?
Dream self-care routine. I get home from work. I have about 3 hours to play with the kids. I get to help them go to bed.
Kids?
What? You said dream self-care. Isn't that
Oh, I
dream?
meant like right now.
Right now?
The kids.
Sorry.
What kids?
Dream right now? Probably home from work. I don't know. I don't have one. I just want to lay around. What about you?
To come home and the house is already clean.
Oh, okay. I think I can make that happen.
What do you think people should prioritize in their own self-care routines?
Ooh, time off. I think people work too much.
I agree. 4-day work weeks, 2025.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a huge like own your own business and own your own life guy. So like I'd rather somebody work 70 hours so they don't have to work a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Like so to create their own schedule than to have to go sit at a desk. That's why I'm so I would, and I've told this to people, like what I want for my family and my friends, for them to get to live a sales life, because you get to really push your own schedule and build up a territory or a business or whatever. Like that's what I want for people. Even like my family and friends that are healthcare providers and workers, I want them out of that 12 to 12 or 7 to 7 lifestyle so they can go use their talents and their ability to save people somehow else instead of being stuck at the bedside. Even though our bedside healthcare providers and our office and clinic healthcare providers are unbelievable, we need people like that. I can see the other side of it, to where like they get to make their own, because it's, I mean, let's be honest, like you guys are staring at 40, 50, 60 hour weeks every week when you guys are working in there, which we need it, or we would have no one to take care of us. But that's just the kind of life I want people to have, is to prioritize time off for them.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Joe.
What's up, dude?
We got some big issues here.
What's up?
You're on a recorded podcast right now, so you're not live. I need you to help me confirm something though.
What is it?
Okay, I called Brent and I called my mom. Can you remember when we were anywhere between like 2nd to 5th grade? We were young. We had to like get pulled out of class, and there was a huge trailer outside in the parking lot, and we all had to go into the trailer to do like a test or something. Do you remember that?
Eye test. They blow fucking air into your eye.
Yes, it was the eye test. It was the eye test. I knew it.
Do you feel better now?
Yeah, way better.
Okay, that's good.
Way better. Yeah, dude, that feels good.
Do you feel like your self-worth is higher now?
No, not really. But I knew for some reason, I thought the eye test was right.
Okay.
Because
still weird, but
did I say the blow the air thing?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
We'll have to rerun that.
Because I know that's right. I know that happened.
Okay.
Why did we stick that thing in the machine? We had to do that at the end. Maybe that was like your results and they put them into a computer. I don't know. Thank you, OLP, for helping us with our eyesight.
Thanks, OLP. So what's your best advice, best takeaway from this whole episode?
I love spending time with you.
Thanks. I like spending time. I love spending time with you too.
Big takeaway is, if I could just have one conversation with every person that's struggling with something, is like, hey, it's going to get way, way, way better. And it takes time, and it's just, all you have to do is just keep putting your left foot in front of your right. And then when you're ready, just put your right foot in front of your left and just go walk forward, even when it's miserable. Look, at some point in the future, what's to come is better than what you just dealt with.
Okay, that's good.
What was your big takeaway?
That we can all do hard things.
Yes, I love that. I can do hard things. I love that.
I think too, when things get overwhelming, I just try to remember how finite life is, and that, like, even with how hard things are, like if I just got to have the experiences I've had with like people that I love, like you and Gia, and like my best friends, and meeting Ariel and Haley, and if all the hard things and I got to do those things, like it was probably worth it.
Yeah, it's 100% worth it.
And you'll find those people, because I didn't meet my best friend until I was 20. When did I start PA school?
January of 2020.
How old was I?
You would have been 21.
I just turned 22.
21.
I just turned 22 when school started. Yeah, so I didn't meet my best friend until I was like 22. So, and then I didn't meet Haley until I was 24 maybe. Yeah. So, yeah. Sometimes you don't meet those people till late in life.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait until one day that we have a new studio and we have air conditioning.
Yeah, because it is hot as balls. Do you want to do a snake draft? What do you want to do a snake draft of?
Let's do snake draft of fast food items.
Items?
Yeah, so it can be any fast food. It doesn't have to be like things from McDonald's.
Like chicken
menu
nuggets,
items.
you mean?
Yes, fast food menu items.
Oh, okay.
Snake draft.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay, so the way this works.
Start.
Let me re-explain how this works.
Yeah, you go one, I'll go two, you'll go two. Yeah.
You'll go.
I just hit my head.
You'll go 2, and then I'll end with 2 because there's 5 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So you'll end with 1.
Okay, you can start.
Okay.
Just tell me when to stop. You keep count.
Okay. So snake draft, fast food menu items. My number 1 overall pick. Mm-hmm. Hershey Sundae pie from Burger King.
Not even in my lineup.
That's my number 1 overall pick. That's what is going to be a staple of my top 5 items.
McDonald's French fries. McDonald's snack wrap.
Oh, man. Those are 2 bangers back to back. All right. I'm going to go with...
I know they don't exist anymore, but they're coming back. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, they are. So that's fair. I'm going to go with Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich for my number 2.
We're completely not on the same wavelength.
My number 3. So right now, I've got the Hershey Sundae pie from Burger King. I've got the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. I'm going to go with Raising Cane chicken tenders.
Nice.
It's fat. I've got a big one for 4.
I will go
These are picks 3 and 4 for you.
McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Oh my gosh, it's just strange.
McDonald's root beer.
Wait a second.
I love McDonald's root beer.
Sammy, your first 4 picks are just McDonald's, bro.
I keep their lights on.
All right. Okay, here we go.
I love McDonald's. I'm literally McDonald's number 1 fan.
Okay, so Hershey Sundae pie from Burger King. Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, Raisin Cane's.
Are you going to repeat your list every time?
Tenders. No, I'm thinking. My final 2 picks. A bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's. Hits so hard. That's number 4. And to round it out, number 5, I got to go to your place. A Dr. Pepper from McDonald's.
I've never actually seen Brian drink a Dr. Pepper, so not sure where that came from.
Okay, can I make it number 5 then? Can I make it a caramel frappe from McDonald's?
Yeah, that's more on brand for you.
Number 5, caramel frappe, McDonald's.
Number 5, cheeseburger, McDonald's. I love McDonald's.
I don't think she understood the assignment.
I love McDonald's. If you lined up every fast food restaurant there is, unless we're putting Subway in the mix, Subway and Firehouse Subs mix up the mix. But I put those as like mid-level providers, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's not quite like the restaurant, but it's not quite like the fast food.
I got you.
So those would switch it up, and you can't get those everywhere. So I'm talking about like McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Burger King, Wendy's. Is there anything else we're talking about? Taco Bell, I guess.
Yeah, but there's nothing from Taco Bell.
I'm never going to Wendy's. I used to love Taco Bell, but I shit my brains out, so I won't do it. Chick-fil-A is not as good as it used to be. Burger King, I don't like their French fries, so I'm not going there. If you don't have good French fries, I'm not going to your fast food restaurant. Period. End of story. That's literally like that's like literally your shtick. Like, right? That's like if you're a fast food restaurant, you have to have good French fries.
Have to.
So I'm not going to Burger King. You don't have good French fries.
Which I do like their fries, but you're.
And then McDonald's. I don't like their French fries. McDonald's. If you put all those places right in front of me, where am I going right this second? McDonald's. Every time.
Well, you'll have to put a side by side there of like a little graphic of our face and then like our picks, and like mine will like
McDonald's number 1 fan.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Is there another topic that we can do that for? I wonder what one that is that we would like.
No, but let's try to guess the same word and then get out of here because it's hot.
What's one that we would go head to head with though? Because we were on way different wavelengths. You know. Like, what's one that we would go head-to-head with that we would be like, oh, he chose it? Like, we'd be fighting for spots in. Maybe, like, picking favorite Sarah Jane, the favorite Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
Books.
We'd go head-to-head and...
Let's do that. Let's do a snake draft. Is there enough?
I haven't finished. I want to wait till we're done.
Oh.
Yeah, there'd be enough. We'd have to do characters.
Let's go snake draft with characters. Can I go first? Please. Please.
So dumb. So no, I know who's just picking. Go.
Dorian.
Okay.
Wait, who did you think I was
I
going to
thought you were
pick?
going to say Aelin.
No, Dorian.
Okay, Dorian. Let's.
Oh my gosh, wait, but giving Brian 2 is crazy because
Yeah.
I know you're going to pick.
This is what I'm about to do here is ignorant, and I'm already
it
in the
is
lead.
actually ignorant because actually I don't even know who I'm picking anymore.
One, you said Dorian. For my first 2 picks, I'm going Manon Blackbeak and Aelin Galantinius.
I'm sick.
I'm one with those 2.
Sick. Oh, Lysandra.
Oh, that's where I was going, bro.
Lysandra for sure.
You get another one.
And I'm going to go Fenris. You don't really know him very well
I've
yet.
never heard that name in my life.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
This guy's in your top 3.
But, well, you took some.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Number 3, Kale Westfall.
I know who you're going next.
No, there's no way. Male or female?
Male?
Oh.
My
girl, Sorsha.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Okay, you get 2 picks and it ends with me.
I get 2 more picks. I think then I'll go Rowan and Asterin.
I should have went Rowan and taken it from you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm happy I got Lysandra, though.
Gosh. All right. I'm going to end it out here, and I've got an absolute squad of just female winners. Number 5 here, and this is crazy that I'm able to get her this deep. Nehemia, baby.
Yeah.
Absolute dog.
I forgot about Sam.
You know what's crazy? Even though Arabin was messed up, he's like a really good character.
He keeps the story fun. He
Yeah.
keeps the story. He's good for the plot.
Yeah, really good. Even though
Not
he's
a good person, but good for the plot.
But good for the plot.
Yeah.
Dude, Lysandra's a badass.
Yeah. No, I love. You just wait.
How about how many good characters?
Dude, Lysandra, hot take,
Shapeshifter.
carries the team. She carries
She's
the
a
team.
dog, bro.
You just wait and see. She literally has the whole team on her back.
Are we gonna? Oh, I picked her. I was gonna say, did we skip Aelin?
No, you picked her right off rip.
Sorry, Selena, if I did miss you.
This week's Woman of the Week is brought to you by none other than Brian Campbell.
Woman of the Week. Don't tell me because I brought one up to you.
It's going to be Florence Pugh.
Yes. Even though we haven't seen Thunderbolt yet, but I heard she's a badass, so I'm rooting for her.
Yeah, she's an actor. We've seen her in Midsommar and Don't Worry, Darling.
Don't Worry, Darling. So good.
You're a big Florence Pugh fan.
She's a really good actor.
And we've seen her in her character in Marvel. What's her character's name in Marvel?
Henya, Yelena. Don't Worry, Darling is actually incredible.
That's like one of Brian's favorite movies.
Yeah, just the mind game it plays with you is crazy.
Do you like that Harry Styles was cast in it?
Yes. I didn't even know he was an actor until that.
Yeah.
Because he's like an artist.
What's your favorite One Direction song?
We start to name some because I don't know.
Were there girls in your class in middle school that were like really into One Direction?
Oh yeah, they were into a lot of
you
things
guys-
like Webkins, One Direction, like painting their nails. It was a lot of stuff.
No, but they were like fans of One Direction.
Oh yeah, there was One Direction posters in our rooms.
All right, guys, that's enough for this episode. Thanks for watching. Come back next time. Let us know who you want to see on the next episode of the Cellar Podcast. Bye.
Bye.